Hello, this is Kalechi and I'm here to bring you update about what is happening in the world of coronavirus. I have tears in my eyes because I want to look at the personality that this coronavirus have killed. It can't hold my tears. The other day we were looking at the whistleblower who announced the existence of coronavirus, who was not properly treated by the police, Dr. Liu Wenliang, who is late and was killed by coronavirus. Today we are looking at another outstanding personality in the person of Dr. Liu Ziming, who is actually the director of Wucheng Hospital. He is also dead of coronavirus. Little wonder the World Health Organization warns that coronavirus poses greater global threat than terrorism. We all know what terrorism is all about, and if it's placed second to coronavirus, then we should realize that coronavirus is very deadly. It's dangerous and we have to handle it the same way. Because if you look at the way at which this coronavirus is spreading, moving from person to person, at first it was 1,000, and from 1,000, 2,000, 2,000, 4,000, and it didn't stop there, moved to 8,000, 16,000, 32,000 individuals infected. We're talking about 64 at the moment, and before we realized it, it has moved to 65,000 people. And in the course of planning to get information of what is happening, it has moved to 70,538 infected individuals, with thousands dead already. The interesting thing here we need to pay attention to is that some of the health workers, over 1,000 health workers, are also infected, and they cannot stop to take care of these people who are infected, the 70,538 persons, because they need medical attention. So when a sick person is taking care of a sick person, what happens? Especially contagious illness of this nature that is very deadly. And I ask myself, what is my country doing about this? I'm actually happy that the federal government has equipped 3 laboratories in Nigeria with reagents that are capable of detecting any possible case of coronavirus in the country. This came from the Nigerian Minister of Health, Osage Ehanire, who disclosed this on Wednesday to State House correspondents after the weekly Federal Executive Council meeting in Abuja, which is the country federal seat. Now we realize that another thing is happening around us. Right there in Benue State, something strange is happening. And what is that? Someone will ask. A particular illness have just emerged right there in Benue State. It has already killed 27 individuals, and about 197 persons are tested positive to this particular illness. Now the point we want to stress here is that these particular individuals that are tested positive have been taken to hospital in case of Lassa fever. But you know what? The result from that testing is negative. What does that tell you? It means that the cause of these 27 deaths and 197 people infected is not Lassa fever. So it is drawing attention to everybody to realize that things are just emerging that we cannot tell what they are. So the doctor in charge of the Oju General Hospital, Mr. Onojo Matthew, pointed out that preliminary investigation and samples were taken, and this proved negative to Lassa fever, prompting the hospital to refer the patients higher up for testing. So where are we heading with all this? Lassa is here. I was actually talking to some persons that Lassa fever is not something of rural area, and they keep, there are some persons when you tell some things, they will laugh over it. They will say, well, it is those people that don't keep their environment clean, they are very dirty, they have rats around their houses, they keep dustbins, they expose their food and all that. Please, what I'm going to show you now is at viewer's discretion. If you don't have the mind to watch this, please skip this part, because I'm going to show you something that will shock you. Right there in the city, we have rats re-eating what is meant for the public. Now look at this. You realize that nobody is safe. Sometimes we put ourselves together that we're going to eateries, those powerful joints, to eat all those amazing food. Now look at what you have here. You can see rats eating the food, well prepared, sampled for people to come and buy in those so-called outstanding places. You want to feel among, you want to feel special. Look at what is happening. Rats everywhere. And by the time you come to buy this food, they will sample them for you. They will give it to you and you eat. You relax and eat. And before you know it, you know what I mean? Lassa is there. So nobody is safe. There's nowhere that is safe. It is something that we need to realize, that everywhere human being is, rats have the possibility to be around there. And that is why I say that rat is the animal that can survive in any environment where man is. Don't forget that. So when you have these signs of high fever, sore throat, vomiting, chest pain, back pain, general muscle pain, cough, diarrhea, stomach pain, swollen face and eyes and neck, then bleeding from ears, eyes, nose, mouth, and other body openings, something should be suspected of Lassa fever. And something of this other nature of what is happening in Benue State. So how do we prevent Lassa fever? We need to keep ourselves off from food that are sampled, like what we just saw now. So we do not touch rats whether they are dead or alive. We need to avoid food that is eaten by rats. Like we see, you can't tell. So once the food sample is exposed, we keep off from it. We need to wash our hands regularly with soap under running water. When we say under running water, there's a reason for that, because you will wash off every dirt that is on you, but you wash it inside a container and that water is used by another person. The dirt, those things you're trying to wash away, will be taken up by another person. Then we need to store food in covered container to ensure that there is no trace of rats around it. We need to mind how we dry our food. We need to cook our food properly, and don't use the same knife you use to cut fresh food to cut the food after you have finished cooking. Clean your home and surroundings regularly. Avoid person-to-person contact with someone who has the disease, and then dispose waste properly in covered dustbin. So these are the things we need to watch out for. And when we see any trace of all this, we need to call 800-97000010. It's actually toll free, and I expect you to call so that instant action will be taken on such persons. Don't forget, if you want more of this information, subscribe to this channel, like and share, so that you will always get the update on what is happening around us. Thank you very much.